Welcome to the Geek Easy, fellow geeks. Time to grab a beverage of your choice, because today we will be reviewing Where the Body Was, published by Image Comics and written by the fantastic Ed Brubaker, drawn by Sean Phillips, and colors by Jacob Phillips. I'm assuming that's his son. Alright. This book is classic Ed Brubaker. So, basically, the titular body is kind of a secondary plot point. It's the main point of the story, but it's also secondary, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Let me explain. Okay, so you have Pelican Road, summer 1984, on a little map of where everything is, all the stuff that, all the places on this road that shows what's going on. And then you have where do we go? You have a cast of characters. Right? Now, there is this. You have a certain section of the summer of 1984, and you know that something happened, and you know there's going to be a body. When you're reading this, you don't know who the body is, right? You have all these different people telling the events of their lives that summer. It's kind of not necessarily a day in the life of, because it's not just one day. It's kind of like a period in the life of, and it's all these different people, and they're telling, it's one person telling this, one person telling this, one person telling this, from their point of view, the events of that summer, which kind of led up to a body being found. Like I said, you don't find out what body it is, or who it is, pretty much until the end, near the end of the book. So it's a mystery, because you don't know who dies. You don't know how it happens or who did it, if there is somebody who did it at all. Normally that would be kind of, in less skilled hands, that would be boring. It would just be like, come on, let's get to the point. Let's get to the point. Let's stop dragging it out. But with Ed Brubaker, it doesn't work that way, because you're like, okay, well, how is this? Because you've got people cheating on each other. You have people robbing houses. You have drug dealings going on. You have people posing as, cops. You have, all this other stuff. And you're wondering, okay, is any of this going to be the reason why this person, someone dies? And who's going to die, and how is it going to happen. So it holds your attention and makes you just want to keep reading. And you have such interesting little characters, like this girl right here, young Vietnamese lady. That's actually the one in the up at the top. That is the lady older. She's telling the story, her part of the story. Then you see there's her younger self in her superhero costume, because she loved superheroes. So she was keeping an eye on the neighborhood. And, she's the first person to notice that there's some weird events going on. You've got a doctor, a psychiatrist, and his wife who aren't getting along. You have a guy and his a girl that he's trying to impress, and they're having this kind of weird relationship. So it's you're getting into all these people's lives and trying to figure out how these all intertwine, because they do, but how it's going to lead up to the body. And at the end, you find out who dies, what was involved, and everything. And it is typical Ed Brubaker. Because it's just like, okay, did not see that coming. Did not, what the actual hell. And so you have, look at this, you have this wonderful art that they do, which really helps. I guess I really can't show that page because of what's on it. Gotta cover that up. You have just, the coloring, the drawings on it, which really works with his storytelling. I couldn't put it down, even though it wasn't, like a lot of his other stuff. Sometimes it's a little bit more direct. You know what happened right at that point, and then you're trying to figure this other stuff out. Or, like some of his other stuff, like Sleeper, you're trying to figure out, like, oh God, how are they going to what's going to happen, and how are they going to get out of it? This is what's going to happen and who did it. This wasn't one of his best. There are some books that I liked a little bit better, some better. But then again, a book like this that is not quite his best is still better than 99.98% of any of the books by the big two. I'm going to give this a 4.75 out of 5 and say get it, because you will enjoy the hell out of it. You will, it'll keep you wanting to, keeping you read it, and it'll make you want to go back and read it again so you can delve into it a little bit deeper and catch things that you didn't catch the first time. But anyway, let me know if you read it, what you think of this or any of other Ed Brubaker's other stuff. Like, subscribe, and most of all, enjoy your crime books.